Hello again, everybody, and welcome back once again. And last part we took care of the first, or the back nine, so let's go ahead and finish this off.
This hole is a 411-yard par 4. You know what? This must be what it's like to fly. I used to dream about flying all the time, except the dreams are always weird. They always involve like snakes and tunnels and bananas. Does that mean anything?
Man, I don't give myself enough time for these intros. But okay, last part I wanted to talk about pretty much some mistakes I may have made on the because I skipped a couple of hole intros, which, you know, shame on me. Well, for both occasions. Well, for both times that for pretty much every time that I've skipped a whole intro.
Yeah, baby, nice content.
But what I decided to do, which I'm kind of stupid for not thinking about it before, but what I decided to do was you know, just basically record the whole intros for holes I missed, and basically that's what I did for some of these holes that I missed. I only missed like 2 on this nine here, so I guess it's not a big deal. But either way,
here we are at the 8th.
This hole holds a great challenge for Joe. First, you must pass beneath this massive stone arch. Be sure to avoid the nasty spines on the cactus. They are most painful, in a way I do not recommend. Then, you will face a small green next to the running water. Please, no bathing. Wading is optional.
but either way, yeah, every hole will be accounted for, and I still have not actually seen if I missed that 10th hole, like I said in the last episode. Because I actually want to just record the commentary right now and then do all the actual editing afterwards. So basically, that I don't accidentally, you know. Well, I don't know. It just makes more sense to just record the commentary first and then not even have to worry about the other minute or 2 or whatever for the whole intros. So yeah, this one will actually be probably be a little bit longer than the other part. So yeah, as always, as it tends to be.
We're here at the 7th.
All right, you bog trotters. If you can't nail this cheeky little 207-yard par 3, then you don't deserve to breathe. It's a straight shot down the bloody fairway to a fat freaking green that me blind auntie could hit in her sleep. So don't screw up.
El Suave is ready to play.
I'm still contemplating if I should leave a little bit of a comment.
That ball.
I don't know. What would you call that? I guess
El Suave is
a plea for comments? I don't know. That's a really terrible name for it, but I guess I can talk about it. But I'm thinking about applying at Walmart as a stock associate, you know, or as some stores call it, stalkers.
We're at the 6th.
Step up to 463 yards of pure green, homie. Now this is like Arizona, so you got to watch out, cause like cactus freak me out, y'all. Look over there, all them rock sculptures, and you got like adobes and adubes, and oh, what's that up there? What's that? The Temple of Doom? Dang, this desert heat making me hallucinate and stuff.
So yeah, back to stalkers now. That is such I mean, like, I know it's supposed to be, it's spelled S-T-O-C-K-E-R-S, you know, like Fockers, but, you know, whatever. But that's still an inappropriate name for it, just because it sounds like stalkers, you know. The only difference is the you know, sound, or the I don't know that. Anyway, yeah, some stores call it stalkers, and Walmart calls it stock, stock associate. which, you know, I kind of thought about some of the, you know, being either a sales associate or a stock associate, which sales associates, I don't know. I don't know. I used to like, you know, talking to customers and stuff like that, you know. I used to be like okay with that, but now I'm getting a little bit more touchy about it somewhat. I mean, some people can be nice, but some people are just complete assholes. Like when it comes to, you know, common places like Walmart and fast food restaurants.
Here we are at the 5th.
This hole is a 215-yard par 3. Wow, look at that rock. It's like a bridge made out of nature. Oh, and look at the green. It's shaped like a foot.
I mean, I know that there's going to be rude people even as a stock associate. You know, when you're like stalking something and somebody just kind of, you know, makes it obvious that you're in their way, and then they're like, and then it's kind of like non-verbally they're telling you to get the fuck out of the way, you know. And pardon my French, if anybody's really offended by that, but yeah, and that didn't turn out very good either, so that's great. But anyway,
Second shot.
but rude customers always annoy me. It always has, and it always will. And I mean, who doesn't get annoyed by it, you know? I don't see anybody going like, "Oh, rude customer, he's awesome, yeah," you know, what like that. I jump for joy for rude customers, unless they're like, you know, telling their customers off. But either way, I feel like I probably would deal with that a little bit less than a sales associate. And I don't know. I also kind of like doing physical labor work, like, and that I did not get. So yeah, it was great to know that I was gonna make a effing bogey. I don't know why, because I actually read it right and everything, and it still went like 8 feet past the hole. But anyway, you know, I don't know. I've kind of always liked physical labor. And yeah, here's one of the ones I skipped, so I do apologize for that. Like, I don't know. Like, when I was working at my old job, there was, you know, I did almost everything there was to do except for besides be, you know, the owner of the store. Or the restaurant particularly. I pretty much did everything. Pretty much. I didn't say I completely did everything. Oh, but pretty much. And, you know, usually I liked when I was doing physical labor stuff. You know, stuff that didn't really require me being at a cash register or something.
A downhill putt for a possible, and I stress possible.
I don't know.
There you go. You don't need positive thinking with that shot.
I feel like that I probably worked. I just feel like I work harder when it comes to physical labor than, you know.
Here we are at the 3rd.
This hole starts off innocently enough. It's a nice straight shot down the fairway. You're feeling good about yourself, playing it safe down the middle. Then, holy crap, it's the freaking Grand Canyon. Talk about a ball buster. Who dreamed up this bloody 542-yard par 5 nightmare of a hole? Then, when you thought it couldn't get worse, you get kicked right in the privates with a sheer drop down to a wee little green that you can barely piss on. This hole will make a man out of you, even if you're a lassie.
That was kind of a long hole intro, but anyway. Basically, yeah, I felt like I was working harder doing physical labor than, as opposed to stuff that girls have no trouble doing, you know, like cash register and deposit, you know, and all that stuff. You know, that stuff that doesn't really require a lot of physical activity. It probably requires a brain. It does require a brain to at least some extent, but, you know, not really physical strength. And
Second shot.
I mean, I'm not saying that girls can't do physical labor stuff, but it's harder for them naturally. So, you know, I don't know. I kind of, like I said, I just feel like, and okay, this shot was really interesting. You know, this is the view. I'll tell you right now. This is the camera angle that tells you that, yeah, you knocked that ball out of bounds. You're fucked. Guarantee it. But if you saw, I tried to press replay to see if I could get a better camera angle on it, and I couldn't. But yeah, you can't really see, and again, you know, obviously you can't see it. And I actually tried to show off from the angle that it actually came at. It was 2 yards from the pin, and I was completely dumbfounded. Because I mean, I'm sure it's happened to somebody before, but like, I've never done that. I could not ever do that good with that shot. So I was, like I said, I was completely dumbfounded. But I was like, okay, I'll take it. You know, great shot that was.
We're here at the second.
Yep, and skip that one too. But like I said, I'm gonna actually put those in there, so nothing to worry about there.
Wow, talk about
And
a bad slice. That one could give you nightmares.
oh yeah, I was mad about skipping the whole intro. That's why I pretty much didn't try to hit a good shot there. And
Second shot.
well, you know, sliced it. So yeah, that's great, huh?
Man, the ball practically had the skin knocked off it.
Yeah, and I didn't really care to use backspin either, as you could see. But yeah,
El Suave has a chance for a crack at a birdie.
I know I was talking about the physical labor of work, but I don't think I really have to express a point any further than that. I don't have to express any point further than that. That I'm pretty much just wanting to be a, you know, a stock associate, and I'm actually somewhat excited to be working again, hopefully.
Here we are at the first.
Okay, this is a 430-yard par 4, which reminds me, I forgot to pick up my dry cleaning. Damn it, why do I always do this? Well, I guess if it wasn't so out of the way, I could just stop there on the way home, but I have to drive down that street and make a left at that block, and it's such a pain in the butt. Oh, there's the hole.
So I mean, I haven't applied yet, but I'm hoping that they're gonna actually hire me on, and hopefully get a better starting pay than what I actually finished up with at my former job, my former job, because I started off at minimum wage at the restaurant, and
Second shot.
I worked there for 11 months, and 9 months into my job career, if you will, I got a 50-cent raise. That was it. And I did, like I said, I did almost everything, and I did almost literally everything. Or at least I've done almost everything at some point. And there was people in there who hadn't even done half of what I did, and got better pay than I did, which was really stupid. But it's how it is sometimes. So yeah, and that is everything. Yeah, finally over, gone forever. No, not really. Well, it is, but, you know, not really a big deal. Excellent round. You really tear up the course, and you play pretty good, too, so let's see what you've bagged. You scored a shot at playing in the Lip Chapin Brain Shriveling Tour event called the Scorched Earth Classic. Players you can grab a hold of a totally insane Cincinnati Wedge. So yeah, I think this is the wedge I was talking about, where you can create a lot of spin on, so, yeah. And I believe that will be everything, of course. So I guess I'll see you guys for the next episode, and here are the whole intros that you missed. So, bye-bye.
At the second.
Yo, check it out. Y'all looking at a 460-yard par 4 with a mountain on your right and some nuclear power plant straight ahead. And if y'all go sterile and start glowing after playing this hole, I ain't responsible. Drag somebody else's sorry ass to court. I am innocent.
We're at the fourth.
I am in awe of the great natural beauty of this golf hole. Only a person of great beauty such as myself can appreciate great beauty such as this. If I were not a man, I would no doubt make for a beautiful golf hole. Oh, in case you were wondering, this is a 296-yard par 4.
Here we are at the 10th.
Yo, check it out. You know when you're at a movie and there's this killer behind the door with his butcher knife, and then this stupid-ass biatch comes in wearing just a bathrobe, and you're all screaming at her to get out of the room, but she's so stupid, she just stays there and opens the door? Welcome to the 10th, brother. 395 yards of pure horror.